Let's talk about your leadership journey. Maybe you're a regular employee at an organization, grinding away, wondering what it's going to take to get noticed and to somehow work your way up the ladder. If only you had a way of operating that would set you apart to meaningfully differentiate you from every other number in the machine. Pay attention, because I want to talk to you about the world-class leadership model, a way of seeing things and operating at any level that can give you big leverage. What if you're one of those overburdened mid-level managers, challenged to push through static organizational mediocrity to actually make some kind of a difference? You're spending time doing busy things rather than accomplishing critical priorities that generate results. And worse yet, that's probably what your compensation is supposed to be based on. Are you wasting too much coaching and supervision time with subordinates? Too much time working to be accepted and liked and not ruffle too many feathers? Having to put up with mediocrity at every turn? Maybe you have too many subordinates to develop and manage well individually? Do you struggle with getting everyone on the same page and clarifying the signal from the noise? How can you transform slow, risk-averse decision-making so you don't have to babysit every action by others? These sound like the problems of mid-level managers in most organizations. But guess what? The world-class leadership approach is going to feel like a life preserver when you understand this fresh, new outlook. Even CEOs, executive officers, and department heads share the same challenges when it comes to increasing performance and productivity or shifting the entire company culture to increase results. The research-based values of excellence at the foundation of the world-class leadership model are the formula for supercharging even the most complex organization, and our research proves it. We have collected, analyzed, and reported on mountains and mountains of data, and the patterns we saw and later validated statistically were the 10 areas that correlated most strongly and spontaneously with satisfaction, return and recommend, respect, loyalty, and preference. The 10 values of excellence that employees, managers, and customers alike said represented for them what it took to be known as the best, excellent, and yes, world-class. In fact, when we measured the extent of implementation of the 10 values of excellence and the higher each area was rated, the higher the change in positive reactions of trust, respect, and loyalty, and ultimately, what we call customer return and recommend behavior. That means essentially, would you recommend this person to others? And would you choose to work with them again, above other options that might be available? In effect, this is how you are seen and how others are reacting to you. The world-class leadership model means implementing the 10 values of excellence to the extent that the spontaneous reaction to you will be such that others call you excellent, say you are known as the best, and that you are world-class. I know all this sounds good to your ego, but the real objective here is to do things differently, to change others' perception of you, and to lead in a way that cuts through the typical organizational malaise that most commonly have to deal with. So, before you get worried that I'm going to lay some complex leadership model on you with all kinds of technical, analytical stuff to remember on you or change your whole relationship with management skills or how to think differently as an employee or something, relax. Because in fact, you know much of this already in your normal day-to-day business lexicon. You've just never been presented with an integrated predictive model like this before. I know you will resonate with all of this because the world-class leadership model research came from people just like you, who see and perceive these same common-sense values every day in every interaction. The breakthrough in thinking for you, however, is the decision to focus on these 10 values of excellence in how you approach everything you do. I'll leave a link below for the complete definitions of all 10, but I'm going to tell you a secret here. Nearly every organizational plan, task, or goal is closely related to implementing or increasing one of the 10 values of excellence. While others get sidetracked in the minutiae, you're going to be able to recognize the big picture to understand the importance and impact at a higher level, the level where results are created that actually move the needle, and you're going to understand why. Sound like voodoo? Some crazy, abstract, philosophical recoding of your internal business DNA? Some tricky neuro-linguistic reprogramming? Nope. Just common sense. The theme song for the world-class leadership approach might be something like, give the people what they want. That's really what we're talking about here, in 10 specific categories. What if you were prioritizing and implementing everything you do in your work according to these values of excellence? The ones that create a positive behavioral reaction in those you interact with? I'm telling you right now, people would begin to see you differently. The 10 values of excellence are also a guide for business decision-making, a way to prioritize what should be emphasized with customers, subordinates, peers, and supervisors. In fact, every one of these groups are the customers of what you bring to the table. Everyone is your customer. How do you want to be perceived? Here's a list of the 10 categories included in the values of excellence. Each has 4 sub-constructs or dimensions to pay attention to. Again, this isn't some PhD thesis someone came up with in a smoke-filled room. It is what the research said people wanted, times more than 1 million respondents to surveys and organizational climate and satisfaction audits. Like I mentioned before, you are going to resonate with all of this. I can say this because the patterns in all of our data establish themselves very early on and continue to reinforce themselves with every new study or survey we perform. Those PhD students wish they had our databases. So, thanks for listening this long, but I am going to get to the action step that is going to relieve the anxiety of questions forming in your head right now. Is this really something I will really be able to digest and understand and apply? You bet. Is it expensive, or do I have to sign up for some series of lessons with recurring costs every month? Nope. Do I have to go to the off-site brainwashing camp seminar to learn about world-class leadership? Nah. In fact, after watching this video, you can go click on our 40-question world-class leadership self-assessment and start your own process immediately. That means right now. The self-assessment is the whole complete process. The education will reveal itself as part of the world-class leadership self-assessment, so you won't need to do anything else. Set aside a little time to complete the assessment and a little more time to digest the comprehensive findings report, which is, guess what? Private and all about you. You'll get complete scores for each question and category, overall mean scores that correlate with percentage return and recommend rates, loyalty, respect, and preference. You'll get strengths and weaknesses, and deeper analysis of human factors, process factors, and structural factors, all referring to your unique situation, and even an executive summary report you can email to yourself and continue to reference offline. There are links to other supporting material for your growth and development in there as well if you need them. The World-Class Leadership Self-Assessment is its own self-contained improvement process. And guess what? You'll be granted access for an entire year so you can revisit the self-assessment and take it again and again to gauge your growth and improvement. Because it's about your real world and opening up new and more effective ways to relate to it, especially at work. Are you ready to learn something new for a change? Are you ready for a fresh outlook that can give you the leverage you've been looking for? Click on the link below and let's get your world-class leadership journey started.